Hello, this is video 1 for International American University English Composition 100. I'm excited to talk to you today about beginning the writing process. So, when you're given a writing assignment, it's very important to first plan out your outline for your essay. This will help you avoid future error or conflict or even writer's block in the future when you are writing your essay. There are mainly three main ways to first begin brainstorming about a paper topic. The first is your web diagram, generically um, the most useful in brainstorming. So what you do is you just put your thesis or your beginning thesis or your preliminary topic in the central circle, and then you have three arms that have three smaller arms from each. Um, the the next three circles after your main topic are the details, the main details that you want to focus on in your paper. The smaller three are the smaller three details that you will then focus on more specifically under each topic. So essentially, you have your big topic, your three smaller topics, and then you have three details for each smaller topic. Not every paper will require as many details and information for each topic, but it's a good way to just get all your thoughts out, brainstorm any potential topics that you want to write about. And it's a good way to, even before you begin writing, to just get it all out on paper. So then you're not going back and forth between details as you're writing a paper. A common, very basic method is a list. So in a list, you just start, some people just have a different brain for that matter. So you just list all the relevant uh, topics that you want to talk about for a certain issue. For example, when you're writing a descriptive paper, you write down all the key descriptions you want to write about regarding a specific object or person. Then you go back. The goal is to choose three out of all the details that you list. You go back, you cross out which ones don't resonate or speak to you, and in the end, you're left with three. That's a good way to even start brainstorming for a topic before you even get to perhaps the web phase. A last way is a common Venn diagram. So the Venn diagram um, uses comparison technique for compare and contrast essays. Essentially, you have one. Um, uh, this is where you make your meaning. You have two detail, so you can compare this to that. You write down all the salient details of that topic here and here. Essentially, a good compare and contrast paper has to create a third meaning, right? That's the dialectic portion. You're adding 1 plus 2, right, equals 3. So the middle part is where you want to create your meaning. How is meaning created? What value is the comparison bringing? What essential discussion is it bringing? Um, what is it furthering in the discussion? So a Venn diagram is always a good way to organize any comparative or contrast details, right? And then it gets your mind thinking about the third value. Essentially, also when writing, a lot of students feel they need to be perfect right away. This is incorrect. A lot of writing is editing. Students forget that a huge part of writing, whether you're a published author or writing a paper for a class, is the editing process. You must edit your work. You must proofread. Um, Proofreading involves reading your work over. You don't just type it and print it out. You must go over it, reading from. A lot of people advise reading from the conclusion to the introduction to kind of get your. Since you wrote your paper, you will be better aware of mistakes structurally. A good way is also to read your paper out loud because then you will hear the mistakes that your eyes cannot catch. That's all for today. Look forward to seeing you next week. Bye bye.